If you guys are in need of any grinding services, hit up my guy Rose NBA on Twitter. From domination to getting you guys a 95 plus overall hidden gem, he does it all. What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be talking about the 6 new cards coming to NBA 2K25 MyTEAM today. Yes, just 6 cards. No extra golds, no extra emeralds, nothing like that. Just 6 cards added today. And if you want an in-depth analysis of their stats and badges, I dropped the video last night. So today's video will be more so talking about, their animations and where they fit in your specific squad. We'll briefly go through their stats and badges, but again, that in-depth analysis was all in last night's video. So as you do dive into Michael Cooper today, if you're new to the channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button. 6'7", only 170 pounds. Now, look, I weigh more than 170 pounds. Personally, I'm not going to tell you guys what I weigh. Maybe like 250. No. But if you're 6'7", 170, you're skinny, guys. He's going to be really skinny on the court. 87 3-ball, good ball handle. But defensively, man, he's a beast. He's a beast. Wish his speed was a little bit higher. Hall of Fame challenger, off-ball pest, immovable on-ball menace. 11 gold badges as well. So, 15 total badges for Michael Cooper isn't great, but the badges he has, in my opinion, are pretty good badges. They're badges that I personally don't mind at all. So, that's why I don't hate Michael Cooper, what the card looks like. I think he looks really, really, really solid in this game. Now, I'm wondering, when did Michael Cooper even play? Because I'm trying to get him into shoot-around so I can at least use the card, but I don't even know when he played. And so that is going to be a tough situation if I cannot find a Michael Cooper to shoot around with. But normally, Cooper has such a good release in this game. Normally, I feel like it is tough to miss shots. I feel like he played earlier than this. I feel like it's tough to miss shots with Michael Cooper. I feel like his release is really, really, really chick in this game, and it always honestly has been. So I think Michael Cooper is going to be really, really, really solid on the court for you guys. And just the guy that you should be able to consistently green with, and he should play solid defense as well. Here we go. What year was this? 87? And I was looking in 90s. That's bad. But let's check out the release of Michael Cooper. This year, it still looks smooth. It's a little different, but it is still such a smooth release in my team, and so, or just in the game. And so that's what to look for Michael Cooper. I don't know exactly what the release is like. I could look on 2K, or what the release is. I could look on 2K database, but it is super smooth, has the normal leaner as well, which again, I don't mind. Do I think Michael Cooper is going to be better than a guy like Doug Christie? Probably not, just because I think Christie overall is the better option. But I like Michael Cooper. The release is pretty solid as well, so definitely a 3-and-D guy for you guys that could help you out. Even if you get him out of, let's say you grind your 10 box and he comes out of there, could be a solid option. Norm Nixon, 6'2", 88 3-ball, 80 driving dunk, 92 ball handle. Defensively, just doesn't look great. 87 perimeter, 92 speed is fine, but on the interior, he stinks. 4 Hall of Fame badges, 14 on gold. There's just not a whole lot to look at for Norm Nixon here. Now, I'll try to find a Norm Nixon card here in 2KU that I can shoot around with, but he's just not a card that to me looks very good. And I'm not trying to say that you can't use Norm Nixon. I'm just saying I don't know what the card is really going to be doing for you guys on the floor. I doubt I'll be able to find Norm Nixon just because, unless he's for the all-time Clippers, which I doubt Norm Nixon is. And so that's the thing for me when I'm looking at, some of your top cards in the, he is on the all-time Clippers. When I'm looking at some of your best cards in the game, it's just tough for best point guards to hype up a 6'2" point guard. It really is. Now, as far as his movement, I can't really move on this game anyways. As far as his release, looks kind of gross. Yeah, I'm sorry, Norm Nixon. You're going to have to go to a different YouTuber if you want to get hyped up, because I will never gas that release for a 6'2" point guard that really doesn't do a whole lot else on the court. Next up, we've got Sikma. Maybe the most exciting card today. 6'11", 87 3-ball, 85 standing dunk, 80 driving dunk, 90 block, 92 interior, good perimeter, good rebounder, 78 speed. The agility's at an 84. Badge-wise, Hall of Fame post lock, box out beast, rebound, immovable. Comes with paint patroller on Hall of Fame as well as 13 gold badges. That card, statistically and badge-wise, looks absolutely elite. Looks close to what a Jaren Jackson Jr. type card is. He is that good on the game. And I almost guarantee you guys, let's see, I hope he's in here. Sikma, I'm pretty sure he should be, right? And what I do know is his player build is fantastic. His release is fantastic. There's just no real flaws in Sikma at all. He is going to go for a lot of MT today. And if you find a way to snipe Sikma, you've got your center of the future. There's just no flaws in the card. Like, he's an absolute beast of a card. He's going to green consistent shots. And I'm sorry, but when a card like Sikma's in the game, there's no reason to go get D-Rob. There's no reason to go get Hakeem, anybody like that. Sikma can play and compete at such a high level in this game. He's going to be chicken from 3. He's going to compete defensively. He is absolutely a beast on this game. Do I wish his speed was slightly higher? Sure. I wish, it was in the 80s instead of a 78, but you can get by with it. To me, Sikma is one of the top tier centers in this entire game, and is definitely a card, like, for me, where I'm not trying to spend millions of coins on a card. Sikma's perfect for me. Definitely a card that I'm going to look to pick up for my specific squad to replace a guy like Tim Duncan. To me, he's just a shooting version of Tim Duncan, to be honest. Kevin McHale up next, 6'10", 78 3-ball, 85 standing dunk, 80 driving dunk. Defensively, 88 block, 85 steal, 84 perimeter, 97 interior, good rebounder, 79 speed. But the problem with Kevin McHale is really his badges. Like, as I'm going through his stats again, and I said it in last night's video, I don't love the card, but it's more so because of the badges. 6 Hall of Famers for Kevin McHale is not great. And he's got a total of, 20 badges? To me, it's hard for me to hype up Kevin McHale when I just looked at Sikma. I just looked at a Sikma card that had more Hall of Fame badges than Kevin McHale. That's not the way the game should work. I mean, he's a pink diamond, higher overall card. He should have more than Kevin McHale does. Kevin McHale's release, I mean, I don't know, man. It looks interesting, to say the least. I don't know how else to even phrase it right now. I don't know. When you're comparing Sikma to this card, it's hard to guess Kevin McHale. I feel like if you're using Kevin McHale on this game, you pull them out of the $10. Otherwise, there's no reason to buy this Kevin McHale card whatsoever. He might be one of the worst, if not the worst, pink diamond in the entire game. Am I gassing it? Maybe. But that's how I feel about the card. Like, his release isn't even the worst, but his badge count isn't great. His release isn't great. His stats aren't even as good as Sikma's. It's really tough for me to be high on a card like that. Adrien Dantley up next. A lot of people have been telling me this card stinks. I'm kind of in agreement with you after I went through him yesterday. And it's just because he's got 3 Hall of Famers. Now, I will say, his total badge count is a lot better. He's got 24 base badges, which is way better than a guy like Kevin McHale. But he's only 6'5" at the shooting guard position, right? And shooting the ball is not necessarily his best thing. Again, if you want his in-depth stats, go watch my video last night. I break it down a little bit more. Whereas today, I'm really looking at the release side of things. Adrien Dantley. A lot of people are telling me this card stinks. Let's take a look. Movement-wise, let's start with that. On it, ew, okay, is that basic? Oh my goodness, guys. And you want to know, Ty, well, why do you not hype up his stats? I mean, come on, man. What are we talking about here? Look at his release. Like, what are we talking about here, guys? I'm not ever going to gas a card like this, even if he was an invincible card. I'm not gassing a card with this type of a release. Oh my goodness gracious, Adrien Dantley. You cannot play for me. This is horrible. This is genuinely absolutely horrible on the court. Yikes is all I can say about Adrien Dantley. Like, this is absolutely dog water. So if you want to use this card, do what you got to do. All I can say is yikes for Adrien Dantley in my team. Like, my goodness, if you pick the card up, you need some help, because that card absolutely cannot play. Next up, after Adrien Dantley, I think we're on the last card here. We see Sidney Moncrief. Galaxy Opal Sidney Moncrief. The card that is going, I don't even want to say to save today's drop, but between Moncrief and Sikma, those are the 2 cards that can play. And even Cooper, he's not bad, so I'm not going to hate on him. But Sidney Moncrief is the GOAT. 6'4", 76 3-ball. I know people are going to get mad at that. But he's got an 85 driving dunk, 90 ball handle, defensively maxed everywhere, 95 speed, 16 Hall of Famers, including every defensive badge you can ask for, 10 gold badges, gets nearly every badge in the game. And oh yeah, by the way, in case you don't know, Sidney Moncrief's release on this game is chicken. It's absolutely chicken on this game. I played against Sidney Moncrief, and I don't even know if it was the Opal, but I played against Sidney Moncrief. I'm thinking it was the Opal, and he gave me problems. I'm telling you, it starts and ends with his release. Because I know it's a 76 3 ball, but with this good of a release, you're not going to miss with the card. He's going to play great defense. This card should go for over 1 million coins. 1 million MT. I'm serious. Like, if you're gonna bid 800K for a guy, let's say like I don't know, a Zach LaVine, then this card should definitely go for as, you know, as much, if not more. So you're never gonna hate me or hear me hate on Sidney Moncrief. Card's got such a good release. He's got the best leaner, I think, in the entire game. And sure, from 3 it might be tough to green, but even from the mid range, you should be chick with it. Like, Sidney Moncrief is good. Is it the best in the game? I don't know, but it is a good leaner. He is going to be knocked down in the catch-shoot situation. And oh yeah, by the way, the best part about this card is his defense. He is going to be absolute clamps on the defensive end of the court. Sidney Moncrief fits what I want at the point guard position. The tough part is my point guard position is stacked right now. So I don't know if I'm going to for sure pick this card up, but what I can say is if you get Sidney Moncrief, you've got the best point guard in the game. Seriously, like, the card is that good. So that's going to wrap it up for my video today, guys. Let me know your thoughts on these cards down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.